guys, my name is Anthony and this is Crypto for You. Today I'm going to be giving you updates on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So guys, today I am going to be giving you an update on all those three things. So Bitcoin crashed right now. Ethereum also got rejected from its all-time high, actually went a little bit higher than its all-time high, and then got rejected like I said. And Chainlink actually did something really weird. It broke. Even though I thought Chainlink would go up, it broke my hidden bullish divergence. So, I'm going to be talking to you guys about where Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to go and what's in store for them. And also, I'm going to be explaining why Chainlink actually fell, and I'll be explaining all that and more in this video, so let's get into it. So guys, let's first look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you guys look right here, I kind of want to explain why Bitcoin fell right now, and it's pretty reasonable. It's pretty easy to figure out why. One is because of this pattern. I remember I showed you guys this line right here, and this line actually was like a support that I was talking about. I said if we break the support, we would fall down to this, and we did, and we fell right down to this big trend line, and we're now confirming support, but we're actually falling again. We're tapping at the same time. But if you get this second line like this, it actually becomes a rising wedge. And rising wedges usually fall down about to where they were, a little bit more to where they started, right here. So that's where we actually fell. And there's a 70% chance to the downside and 30% chance to the upside. And that's why we fell, you know? Another reason is that because like when we broke that, when we broke this support level right here, we actually fell also below the EMA ribbon. And when we broke below the EMA ribbon, we actually fell. And so right now it's a little bearish that we got rejected, but it's actually a little bullish because of what we're doing. So I remember I talked to you guys about this, I think a few videos ago. But if you guys go back here to the start of the bull market, right here, guys. So this was the start of the bull market, and you guys can see that Bitcoin was going up right here. Well, actually, first it fell, broke below the EMA ribbon, and then did a W pattern, and after that, it actually went up. You see, you guys probably remember what I talked about. Anybody who didn't, let me talk to you guys about it again. Then we did that here. Then we went up. After we went up, we actually fell again below the EMA ribbon, did a W, and we went back up and kept going up. We kind of went up here, but not really. So, here we kind of did a W if you like zoom in on the 1 minute time frame, but it's really small. You would have to do something like that. There you go. That's a little tiny W. But that's already the third time. We had a fourth W right there below the EMA ribbon, so we fell, had a W, and after that we actually went back up. And then we actually kept going up for a long time. But then, if you guys look right here, fifth EMA ribbon. So we were going up for a long time. Then we actually fell below the EMA ribbon, did a W, and kept going up. And then we actually, after we broke the CMA ribbon, we kept going up. So, then right here, this is already going to be sixth time. You guys see we broke below, we did a W, and we kept going. So this is already the start of this trend line. We're not done yet. Now, we can already actually start going pretty close back where we were. So this is the time, this is already like where we are right here. So look at this. For the, I think, 8th time or 7th time, we fell down, we had a W, and then we went back up. So, what are we doing right now? Also, before, I think it's like the 9th time, we had a W right there. And now we're actually doing another W. So if we do this W, that means we're breaking above, and we're probably going to have some kind of big pump to the upside. And also, by the way, I said if we break above this, there would be no bearishness about. That's just for confirmation, but this is actually the most important one. And you guys can see that I said this is a big line, but it's also a resistance level. And so we got rejected. And since we got rejected, that's also why we fell. So we just got rejected. We had this ascending rising wedge, and we actually broke below the EMA ribbon. Those are the things why we fell. But right now, we're actually doing something called, well, you guys probably know what it's called, a W. We're doing a W right now. And so, since we're doing this W, we could be going up. Because we did it already 8 times. Every single time we did that, we actually went up. You guys can see that we had consolidation, and we actually don't go up that much. See how significantly difference? There's a big difference. So that's because of this resistance right here. We hit it. Yeah, because we are in this triangle, you guys, And so if we break out of this triangle, I said we're going to go to $50,000, and that's actually going to be amazing. But what happens if we break this trend? Like I said, we could be doing this head and shoulders, but it doesn't seem that much now that we actually passed so long, because it took us so long to actually do that. So the head and shoulders, it might be a possibility, but not really. But so the only thing that I could say right now is that since we're breaking this trend, if we do, which I'm not saying we will, if we do, we could be having a correction, and this could be like a 5-wave move. We could be falling down to the 0.5 level, which is about halfway down of this whole trend. And let's just say this whole trend right here, because that's actually when it started. And so let's just say if we break this trend right now today or soon, then we will actually go to 0.5 right here, which is $30,000. And so if we break this trend, we could be going somewhere to $30,000. That would be, of course, something like 30% correction. I've been talking about that lately. But I think we're done falling. I'm thinking we're doing a W pattern. And why else I'm thinking that we're actually done falling for now is because if we go back to this chart, not this chart, do this indicator pattern, you guys can see that one, the stochastic RSI and the RSI are actually in a good buy. Well, that's by the RSI, but the stochastic RSI is turning to blue on top. This is on the 4-hourly time frame. If you go to the daily time frame, they're also on the weekly time frame, though, they are actually just really high. But on the daily and 4-hourly time frame, they are actually pretty high. And why they on the weekly time frame, the stochastic RSI and RSI are really high is because we've been going up for a long time, but also because if I turn on the stock to flow model, you guys know that it's already an orange dot. I've been talking about that lately, but usually in orange dots, of course, we see corrections. So like I said in my previous video, I'm not saying we have to have a correction right now. I'm saying we should have a correction soon. Same thing I said that with Ethereum. But it is possible right now, if we break above this triangle, we will actually go to $50,000, and maybe after that we could have a 30% correction or something like that. And of course, from $50,000, how big is a 30% correction? Well, 30% correction would take us back down to here, which is $34,500. So if we go to $50,000 and then we have a correction, that means we would actually break below this trend. But that would still be fine, since there's going to be another trend that we're going to be making. Because look, I'm seeing there's another trend forming up like this. This is already a second trend. So it looks like we tapped this trend and this trend, which means Bitcoin should be going up. And that's why I think we're right now bottomed out. Of course, guys, keep watching Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks below this level, and even more mainly this level, which is 33,358, that could be a bearish signal for Bitcoin. And if it confirms support, guys, watch for Bitcoin to confirm support on 34,258. If it confirms support there, we could be seeing that Bitcoin would pump up there. And this would be like, how much? 8% pump, which is pretty good to trade. And so if we do pump to the top of there, that's already a good trade. And if we do pump to there, we would already be practically at the end of this triangle, because look how close we're going to be to the end of this triangle. So because, like I'm saying, if we get rejected from here, there's probably a really tiny chance that we could actually go back up there after testing this level if we get rejected. So I'm saying either we go up there and break it, or we go down and break this trend. And if we do that, so we're going to have a big correction. But that's not what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to break this, could have a big move to about $50,000. And if we go somewhere, like let's just say, where does this triangle start? So let's just see this. This triangle, yeah, 50,000 right here. 50,446. So if we go up there and we stop there, that could be like a topping out. But I think Bitcoin will not be like topping. This is not going to be like the end of the bull market. I think we will keep going. So right now in the short term and midterm, we're going to go up if we confirm support, which looks like we did. Look at this, guys. You can see this. We practically touched this spot, and so this kind of, yeah, this means that we're gonna do that. So if we get another candle, which we should get in 8 minutes, I'm gonna be waiting for that. If we get another candle and we're gonna start going up, this could be a W. Of course, W's are bullish, and so what we're gonna actually see is where this W is gonna take us. So this W is gonna take us about to the top of this triangle. Yep, about to the top. How long is it gonna take us? Probably the most is till tomorrow, but we should be going up. 8% pump, that's pretty good for a trade, guys. And so we're going to be seeing if it gets rejected or here. So guys, mainly what you should watch for Bitcoin is make sure that it doesn't fall below this trend, and make sure to put along if it breaks above this, because look, let's see how much percent we're gonna go if we go to actually $50,000. So if we go to $50,000, it's gonna be a 36% rise. That's gonna be pretty big. That's amazing, guys. So let's go out to Ethereum. So we know what Bitcoin's gonna do, but let's see what Ethereum did, because I said in my previous video that if we get rejected from this price and fall, since Ethereum is like the leading indicator of actually, I said we could break about above this and then get rejected, but it looks like Bitcoin didn't really break above this level that much. Of course, maybe this triangle wasn't even valid after all, by the way, guys. So look, this line, by the way, I looked at it, and it's so cool that we got rejected about above it. And if we go to the all-time high, the previous high, you can see that we practically touched this all-time high level right here. So this all-time high level right there. So if we go back, and can I go back really fast, please? There you go. So if we go to this level, go back to this level, see we barely touched above it, but this is the line that we touched. So we got rejected on the all-time high 2 times. This is the second time. Of course, this means that it got weaker. So Ethereum is actually made this resistance level weaker. And the more it taps, guys, the more you're going to be hopeful that we're actually going to break it. So we got rejected, we fell. Right now it looks like we are actually in this ascending channel. And guys, so we tapped the bottom of this channel, and what does that mean? We could be going up. So since we could be going up, since Ethereum and Bitcoin are kind of following each other, Bitcoin could go up too. So the stochastic RSI on Ethereum is also turning to blue on top. They're really low on the 3-hour time frame. I don't know why I'm on the 3-hour time frame. Here on the 4-hour time frame, yep, the stochastic RSI is blue on top. But if we go to the weekly time frame also, the stochastic RSI is also red on top. So the same thing's happening to Bitcoin, what's happening to Ethereum. On the weekly time frame, it is red on top. What about on the daily? On the daily time frame, actually, the RSI is also, see, on the daily time frame, the stochastic RSI is also blue on top, so they're doing kind of the same thing, you know? But what's interesting is that the RSI is disagreeing with the stochastic RSI. When the RSI is really high and the stochastic RSI is really low, I've shown data that proves, let me just go into the history of Ethereum. Let's see if I can find some things that prove. Let's just see right here. So the RSI was pretty high, even though the stochastic RSI was really low. And what happened? Well, the RSI went back down, and when it came back down, it fell 72%. That was a huge dump. Also right here, the stochastic RSI was blue on top, but the RSI was really high. It was like a great sell. So what do we have? Well, we had a 20% correction. So what does it look like right now? So since we're disagreeing with each other, that raises a couple of flags that's saying that we could be actually breaking this. But the first thing that we have to break is this channel. So guys, watch to make sure that we actually don't break this channel. It kind of looks like we could be forming a W pattern here on Ethereum also. But what I think we're going to do is we will already actually tap this. We're going to consolidate a little, and then we're actually going to keep going. I don't know why I drew a W, but we might actually be doing a W, guys. So this triangle that I talked about here, like the big one right here that I said since we broke out, Bitcoin should go out. It doesn't really actually work anymore, but the support from it works. So this is the support from that triangle. If we draw this line like this, so you get that triangle. So this support, this channel, it means that we could be going up because this is just ascending channel, guys. We can't be going in this channel forever. We have to either break up or break down. But looks like, let's just go actually back to previous all-time high, guys. I want to show you guys something. Here you go. If you guys look, there was actually, I think we should go into the smaller time frame for more detail. Look, so if you guys look right here, you can see that we also had a dump right here, and we had this triangle. And after this triangle, we actually went really high. So we had this triangle after a dump. And we actually went up. And that's why I was thinking we were going to go up there. But then we got rejected from a specific level, which we did not do here, which you kind of did, but there was just this wick right here. But it's different there. So that's why I was thinking with the triangle that we're going to go up. But let me just actually go back to where we were, or I can just tap this line. So we got rejected from this, but that means we could be breaking it. We could still be breaking it. There's because we tap it more. We're kind of doing a W pattern, and if we go the EMA ribbon, if we get the EMA ribbon, we're tapping above it. That's what's different. We're tapping above the EMA ribbon, which means we're still bullish. That's why I think we're not going to fall. So basically I'm saying we got rejected from here, but I think we're going to tap it again. We're confirming the support on the EMA ribbon. We could be doing a W pattern. And it looks like on the 4-hourly time frame that the RSI and stochastic RSI are bullish. If I actually turn on the stochastic RSI and RSI, right here. RSI is a little bit disagreeing, but not really. So, see right here when the RSI was like in the middle, the stochastic RSI is not really that much disagreeing, and it doesn't really matter that much. Of course, guys, this disagreeing term, I just see it by myself. Nobody really taught me that. I just see it myself by history that actually happens. Usually it falls when the RSI is really high and the stochastic RSI is turning to bull on top or really low. So maybe that's not really some kind of price target that I'm supposed to look at, but it kind of looks that way. So guys, look at this. We're doing a W pattern, and look at the price right now. It's going down. So we should confirm support at about 1,281. We could, of course, go up right now, and that would mean we're doing an inverse head and shoulders, guys, because that does look like we could be doing that. And if we're doing an inverse head and shoulders, it could take us to the top of this channel, which is 1,518, and be above this line. So that's bullish. If we fall down, guys, right now to 1,281, then that could be a W. Don't lose hope. But if we break 1,280 or 1,275, then that's pretty bad. You should start looking at the bear scenarios for Ethereum. So this is really bullish, guys. Make sure Ethereum does not break 1,281, and you will be bullish still. So if we start going up right now, it's an inverse head and shoulders. It takes us to the top of this channel, 1,510, and above this all-time high line, which is really bullish. And then we could actually just come back below. But if we're going to keep following this channel, then we could actually tap this, maybe have like this fake down below and keep going up. That would be bullish. But of course, if Ethereum breaks below this level, then we could confirm support here and keep going up. So yeah, so Bitcoin is actually looking like we are bullish, and Ethereum is also looking like we're bullish. So this is the tie between Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's happening right now, guys. So I'm going to do a quick update on Chainlink, explaining why it dumped. It dumped because of this resistance line right here. There was this resistance line that's happening right now. We tapped it already 4 times, and every time we tapped it, we actually fell. We fell right here, we fell right here, we fell right here. Of course, we actually kept regaining, like we tap it, and then we fall a little bit, and then we go up again. We tap it, fall, go up again, but this time we fell much farther and went back up again. So you could call this a fall. Maybe we could fall a little bit more. We're doing this falling, broadening wedge, and also why we fell is because the RSI and stochastic RSI were actually disagreeing with each other. That's also another reason why I think this indicator, RSI, is really high and the stochastic RSI is really low. That's why I think that's really important. It works. But let's just say this falling wedge, it's an 80% chance to the upside and 20% chance to the downside. It's bullish. So let's just say we break out of it to the upside. Then we will go up to here. We will go to $24.69. It will take us above this line, but that is if we actually break above this level. This level is $22, 22.22235. Oh man, 222222, except for the last two numbers. But that is pretty funny. But if we break above that level, 22 point whatever, you can just round down to 22. If we break above 22, which right now we're 21.5, then that could mean we're breaking out of this and we could go to 24.5. If we do that, that would be like a 10-11% pump. Also a really good trade, but we probably would stop at like 8% because of this level, because of this resistance. But of course, if we get rejected right now, guys, and we start falling, don't worry, because one, the stochastic RSI is turning to red on top soon, and two, because of course this is ascending broadening wedge, falling broadening wedge, and so we could actually go down. And of course, it wouldn't really matter because we just tap this bottom and maybe go up again, and there's a really big chance for us to go up and a really tiny chance to go down. So 80% to the upside and 20% chance to the downside. It's not that big to the downside, so I'm not really worrying that much, but of course it can happen. So look, right here, you guys can see that we fell, right here we fell, right here we fell really actually, we fell a lot. So if you guys can see right here, that right here, if we fall, that would mean that we could have like a dump. That looks like the dumps that happen right there too. Dump, another dump here. And so we could, let's just say we're going to be falling, we could dump to 17 cents. And even though that sounds a lot on the VPVR, let's just turn on the VPVR, that is a pretty big level right here. 17 cents right here, 16.8. After that, there's not that much. That's a really big level right there. That's the most I think we could fall. So in this ascending broadening wedge, if we get rejected and we start falling, don't worry, guys, because we're still inside of this. Make sure we don't break 16.5 cents, and we're gonna be still bullish in the long term. I'm saying this in the long term. You guys may think that it's crazy that I'm thinking we could fall down to 16.5 cents because that's like a 20% correction, 18% correction, but that's still possible. And if we do that, that means we're still inside this pattern. But if we go up right now, guys, that means we're bullish and we could go 8% to this resistance. That's the most I can tell right now because there's not really that much stuff happening on Ethereum since it's going up in this big rise. So let's just wrap this video up because it's been going for a little bit already. So Bitcoin, it's doing this W pattern. It's below the EMA ribbon. It looks like it could be doing the W pattern right now, confirming support and going back up. If it does that, it could be tapping the top of this channel and then going up after that. Then if we break this level, all this head and shoulders pattern, which by the way I think is already too long, we already were going sideways too long, it's gonna confirm that this is not a head and shoulders and all the other ones that's happening. And if we break this triangle, we could go to $50,000 right here. And also the stochastic RSI is looking on the midterm and short term that we could be going up. Of course, if we break this level, then that's going to be already starting to be bearish. Of course, the most important level is right now this one because that's the one we actually tapped. If we break this level, we will go down. This level is 33,325. If we confirm that level and go up, that could be a double bottom, and that would be also bullish. It would be the exaggerated, how's it called? Divergences, and that would be bullish, guys. If this is the double bottom, exaggerated bullish divergence, but we're gonna have to always look at the RSI. But this means like it could be a little bullish for Bitcoin. Of course, Ethereum and Bitcoin go together. So if Bitcoin falls, Bitcoin could fall. So right now, Ethereum looks like it could be doing an inverse head and shoulders, which of course is bullish. It's going to take it to this level, 529, which is the top of this channel, which makes sense because it's been bouncing around inside this channel. We just tapped the bottom and should be going up. And if it goes down and tap this channel again, we could be doing a W pattern, and that would make sure, yeah, and it wouldn't be that bearish. Guys, don't be alarmed if it comes down to 1,287 cents, because it could be doing this W pattern, but make sure that Ethereum doesn't break $1,280, because if it does that, it could be falling because of this channel and its price where we could fall. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. If it does do that, I'm going to tell you guys where it's going to dump to. And so, guys, this is what's going to happen. Ethereum, inverse head and shoulders, could be going up. Of course, it's going to have to break this all-time high. Bitcoin is looking like it's doing a W pattern. And, of course, Chainlink is in this falling, broadening wedge, and it's getting this rejection. Guys, thank you for watching this video, watching it until the end. You guys, go down below this video if you haven't already and leave a like. That's really important to me, because it's gonna help share this video. Share this video to anybody you know and everybody, all your friends. So make sure they see this video, because this is a really important video. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because that's the most important part. And because it allows you to unlock something called the notification bell, and that allows you to never miss another video if you turn it on, because it will give you a link in your little tiny icon on the top right corner. So, with that being said, see you guys next video. Bye!